Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we'll be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and the Twitch app. Our channel name is on both Twitch and YouTube is MegaSota. So hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out a message as we get on after this awesome bingo in front of us.
Absolutely. Check us out wherever you can. I want to highlight a couple great locations that just recently got those great pilot TVs for you guys to watch us live on. If you find yourself at a location like Parker's Last Stop Bar and Liquor Store, the Doghouse, Vining Place, Beck's Burger, Lefty's Bar and Grill, the R Bar, or even Roundup Bar, those are the latest spots to go and check us out live on Pilot TVs.
Absolutely. It's always a great time having you guys watch us live wherever you are playing. We do have balls now dropping in this game number one of Game Day Bingo. We got a nice minor prize at 52 balls or less, $10.50. A major prize of $3,628 you could take home in 51 balls or less, and a mega jackpot of $10,000 you could take home in 45 balls or less. As you guys work into this game, I would like to highlight the amazing jackpot winners that we just gave out some great prizes yesterday. One great over $600 prize, as that now led us to 17 jackpots over the last 7 days and 139 jackpots during this season 15.
Absolutely. Our jackpot that went out yesterday went out to longtime player Mad Dog. They're playing over at the Benton Municipal Liquor Store when they got to take home that great jackpot prize of $697. Nicely done to Mad Dog.
Yeah, definitely a great prize. Always played at a bunch of different locations. This
Oh,
time, the
yeah.
Benson Municipal Liquor Store. Definitely some awesome action there.
Oh, couldn't agree more. It looks like he was carrying around that lucky horseshoe yesterday.
Oh yeah, always assume that when he's taking home those big prizes. Well, good job to you, Mad Dog. Shout out to one of our most active players, as he's always checking in on that Facebook page, and as well as just and always out there at our events, and always love hearing a little hi from you whenever we're over there in Minnesota. We are coming down to about 50 balls dropped in this game right here, as it doesn't look like we'll be able to give out that major or minor jackpot, and we'll be looking to give out a $30.50 Musco prize. We do have Phil M right now, 3 balls away. Now Justin, 2 balls away, as we'll see which one of these amazing players can end up taking home that awesome Musco prize. And I think it's a double Musco, since that minor prize is at 52 balls or less. I think it grew from $0. And so double Musco prize in this game. And there it is.
It's going out to Woodtick. Nicely done taking home $30 in this great round of game day bingo. They were playing over at Diamond Gyms when they got to take home this first prize of happy hour. So make sure you guys, or no, lunchtime. Oh my goodness. Make sure you guys get enrolled in our second game of game day bingo of today. It's going to have some awesome stuff growing into this next one.
It should be a lot of fun for sure. But if you guys want to have a lot of fun playing our E-Tabs, we have a brand new E-Tab game that just came out a few weeks ago, Nile Treasure 2. This is a sequel to our Pilot Games classic, Nile Treasure. It's a decade in the making to dive into the enchanted world of pharaohs and treasures and check out the awesome bonus rounds like the Ancient Chest bonus, where you can choose 3 chests for instant prizes, giant super symbols, and wild scarabs, triggering sticky wilds. You can also check out the Magic Temple bonus within that game, where you can pick chests to reveal lucky symbols, then enjoy 5 free plays where lucky symbols replace wilds, triggering more Magic Temple bonuses for extra spins and surprises. So play Now Treasure 2 at your favorite Minnesota bar today.
Absolutely. It is a ton of fun, and you guys definitely need to go and check it out. If you guys want to stay up to date with when we are releasing new eTab games and really just staying up to date with everything going on with Pilot Games, search up Pilot Games on Facebook and give us a like and follow. You'll be able to stay in the know about everything going on, as that is the hub of Pilot Games. You'll be able to see all of our big progressives, send in those player pictures, check out our event details, and even going and utilizing that link tree. We have a direct link on the top of that Facebook page that shows links to all of our social medias like Twitter and Instagram, as well as all of the streaming platforms you can watch us on, pgl.world, and even all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can go and check out Pilot Games at.
Yeah, it's definitely a great time playing that awesome action. So check it out. It's super easy to find, as well as checking out all of our other social media pages is fun as well. We have just 50 seconds before we are getting enrolled into this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. Minor prize has clicked up to 54 balls or less. If you guys don't regularly play Game Day Bingo, every time that minor prize doesn't go out, it clicks up 2 balls, getting more exciting each and every game we don't see it go out. And then once it goes out, reverts back to 52 balls or less, and we restart the process once again. Major prizes at 51 balls or less, and that clicks up at 1 ball every $1,000. And then the mega jackpot every $10,000 clicks up in ball count. As we'll be playing this Game Day Bingo live with you guys for this lunchtime from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. 12 games of it, as we are always here during Monday through Friday to play this awesome lunchtime bingo with you guys.
Absolutely. And then at 1 p.m., Ian and I will go off air, but you'll jump into your first opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo for the day. It's got your largest jackpot on the line with over $132,000 on the line.
Ooh.
Make sure you guys are checking that out at 1 p.m. today. After that, you guys will jump into some more Game Day Bingo, and then you'll play from 1 all the way till 4 before jumping after your second opportunity and final one for the day of Lucky 4 Bingo if that prize of $132,000 didn't go out at that 1 p.m. time.
Oh, absolutely. And normally me and Jordy would hop back on during that game day bingo that
Oh,
runs
yeah.
from 4 all the way till 6. But tonight is a specialty night, and me and Jordy are actually be coming out a little bit later. So you guys will have unhosted game 4 to 6 p.m., ending off with a 6 p.m. opportunity of Pilot Payday. This will be the first Pilot Payday opportunity of the week, and it's only 10 cents a card to work on a $2,500 must-go prize. So don't miss out on that amazing action.
Absolutely. You guys definitely want to be coming out for that. You guys will have a little bracketed game day bingo that's going on tonight in between that awesome specialty night. So from 6 to about 7 p.m. tonight, you'll try your hand at some more game day bingo. Then from about 8:30 all the way till 10, you guys will continue playing through that game day bingo tonight. But during that middle slot from 7 to about that 8:30, 8:45 time, Ian and I will be back live with you guys for a Wild Wednesday. Make sure you guys are coming on out for that to try your hand at all the great tournament style games and PGL points we have on the line. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. We're kicking off that Wild Wednesday with a little Lucky Sevens high low action where the
Ooh.
biggest winners in the state get to take home huge prizes, but not just them, the biggest losers of that round take home first place prizes as well.
Some top 10 action where the top 10 players take home good cash at 7:15.
Perfect.
7:30, you can reel in some good catches in Meso Perch at 7. One of our personal favorite games where
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a large and small jackpot, able to win even outside of being one of the top 12 winners in that great game. Followed up with Pride of Minnesota and finishing off that PGL action at 8:15 with an ice fishing derby matchup. But before we talk more about Wild Wednesday and those awesome specialty nights, we do have a winner here.
That's right, as Eminem over at Sergeant Pepper's is getting to take home that great prize. Nicely done, taking home $8.50 in this great round of game day bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in what will be our third round of this amazing lunchtime.
Absolutely. Definitely some great stuff there. We will end off our night with 2 games of game day bingo with you guys as we'll
That's
play
right.
game day bingo at 8:40 and 8:45. You guys off to play game day bingo all the way till 10 p.m. that tonight. But just last night we had a different amazing PGL special. That was MegaSota game night. That happens at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki were there trying to give out a bunch of PGL points, as well as some fantastic jackpot prizes. But one of those jackpot prizes were not able to go out. The grand finale prize of Jackpot Jungle is still sitting at $31,538. You could take home in 54 balls or less. So do not miss out on an amazing opportunity for that PGL action next Wednesday. And that next Tuesday at 6:40, as well as tonight, come out for that 7 p.m. Wild Wednesday.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And make sure you're signed up at pgl.world if you want to earn PGL points that happen on our specialty nights. You guys have just about a minute and 15 seconds to get enrolled in our third round of game day bingo. And as you guys continue to do so, we're going to jump into some national days that you guys get to celebrate wherever you're playing. Our first one is a pretty tasty one, as it is National Chocolate Souffle Day. National Chocolate Souffle Day celebrates a delightfully delicious dessert on February 28th each year. Definitely really awesome stuff. Is a souffle. The souffle is one that's pretty hard to successfully cook or bake, I should say, one, as it has a special way it has to rise in the oven
Mhm.
and not deflate. And so it's definitely almost an art form and a really tasty one on today.
Yeah, I cannot say I've had too many souffles throughout my life. Just a very minimal. I had one time I tried a home. I've had one homemade souffle in my entire life, as that was made in our old apartment with all of our roommates. As one of our roommates got creative and tried to make their own souffles, and it
Mhm.
was okay. It wasn't necessarily, you would know, what I would say amazing. I've had some
Mhm.
better souffles for sure.
Yeah, was I there for that?
I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
think
were
so.
you not?
I was there for the crème brûlée and the Oreo brownie fire bake, but I
Not the
can't
soup.
say that I was there for the
Yeah,
soufflés.
okay, yeah, the souffles, they're pretty tasty, and they're definitely some good action to be able to eat. Chocolate souffles are definitely tasty. We just covered yesterday, actually, a fun variation of the chocolate souffle, as you add a little bit of Kahlua into it, and you then have that little alcohol mixture within it as well.
Absolutely. Well, there are many different ways that you can celebrate it on today. Happy National Chocolate Soufflé
Would
Day.
you have a favorite flavor souffle?
Chocolate. I like it's like a lava cake. Can't
Yeah,
go wrong.
it's some pretty tasty
Yeah.
stuff. Next up, we got on our next national day is National Tooth Fairy Day. Tooth Fairy Day encourages us to take a look back on the history of one of dental care's little helpers. It is one way our children develop good dental hygiene. Absolutely, definitely a cool one on today, as the Tooth Fairy has been a classic for many. He's there. It's right there with the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and all those other amazing little kid myths.
I didn't believe in the Easter Bunny, but I fully believed in the Tooth Fairy.
Did you?
Mhm.
Did you? That's funny. Yeah, I can agree with that as well.
Yeah.
I knew, well, it was because there was so many Easter
The
egg hunts
idea
and
of a
so.
giant bunny was a lot harder for me to be like, "Yeah, that's
You
a real
imagined it
thing."
as a giant bunny?
Yeah.
Why giant bunny?
Because I got my picture taken with a giant Easter bunny every year of my
Oh,
life.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
my Easter bunny was a big 6-foot man.
See,
And I was like, there's no way. This is just a man in a costume. He's a cute mascot for the holiday.
yeah, I always
That's how I thought of
when I
it.
was really little, I thought it was like a little rabbit that would drop eggs everywhere for, like, it was an actual, like,
Yeah.
bunny. Like, that's how I imagined
Did
the
you think
Easter
that
bunny.
he laid the eggs or just scattered them for you?
He just scattered them. He
Okay.
didn't he Yeah, no, he did not
Okay.
lay eggs.
I just had to clarify.
No, it's not a hop situation.
Okay.
Uh
I thought those were jelly beans.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, same thing. I just use that as an example. But we do have a winner here before we talk more about the Tooth Fairy, as we got BHHUBH over at the Shore 96, taking home a Moscow prize of $11.10. Great job to you taking home that amazing prize, as we now get enrolled into this next matchup of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize in this game number 4 is clicking up from a 56 to a 58 ball or less ball count. Should be a lot of fun as we see what that prize grows into, and has a good opportunity of going out in this upcoming matchup. So just 2 minutes to get enrolled into this upcoming game.
Absolutely awesome stuff. Yeah, see, I thought the Tooth Fairy was a lot more real to me because I would write little letters to my Tooth Fairy because I had like
Mm.
a pillow specifically that had a pouch to stick my little tooth in. And so I'd write a little note, stick it in there with it. And the handwriting was just like so far off of anyone in my family when I would get the
Uh-huh.
note back from the Tooth Fairy that I was like convinced that there was no way that my mom could make handwriting like that and that it was real. I
That's
still have to ask her about it if she did it herself or who she asked to write
what
it for her.
how did she do
Because
it?
it
What
was
if it was just like some lady at
because
work
it
that
was
was
like
helping her
such like
write
a
it?
teen girl's handwriting, like super bubbly, like
Uh-huh.
and my mom and my dad both write in like chicken scratch cursive,
Yeah.
half like not fully
Absolutely.
printing. And so I was just like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she asked like my neighbor or my babysitter at the time or whatever it was
To write
to
it.
write the note for me.
That's awesome. Definitely some fun stuff there. I don't remember when the Tooth Fairy is one of the earliest ones that I figured out as a little
Mhm.
kid. But
I figured them all out pretty
I
early.
very clearly remember when my mom told me that the tooth fairy wasn't real,
Yeah.
as I lost 3 teeth in one night, just because
She was excited about the first 2.
I was one to rip them out. And so like it was just like I lost one and then I lost the second. She was like, "Oh, double money from the tooth fairy. That's
And you were
sweet."
like, "Wait, with that logic."
I was like, triple money for the third tooth, rip out another tooth, and I go out there and she looks me dead in the eyes. None of my other siblings are awake because it's probably like 11:30 at night, and I'm the
You're
oldest
just ripping
of
teeth
my
out at this point.
siblings, and and I go out there. She looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, "Ian, tooth fairy is not real." Didn't get any money for my teeth. No, I did.
Yeah.
I did still get some cash, but I don't think I got triple cash. I
Really?
think I just got a normal payment.
Yeah. And then we had the movie come out, The Tooth
Oh,
Fairy.
The Rock being in the Tooth Fairy,
Yes.
and then we had Larry
Was
the
he a
Cable
hockey
Guy in
player?
number 2. Um, yes, he was a hockey player, and that was kind of his like
Mhm.
nickname in hockey, was because he was like an enforcer that would go
Oh,
like hit
check people and knock out their teeth.
and knock out their teeth, and then he became the Tooth
Wow, it
Fairy.
was almost like a premonition of what was to come.
Wow.
Because he was living up to being the Tooth Fairy then.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, it was. And he had to learn. He had to learn then. And part of the story was he actually had to then become good at hockey at a certain point and to
Mhm.
make the team, because he was kind of losing his place within the hockey organization that he was a part of.
Mhm.
It was a really fun movie as a little kid. I very much remember that movie. I like a
Yeah.
lot of those really early Rock movies,
Yeah.
like The Game Plan, The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, Race to Witch Mountain.
Oh, some of my favorites,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, happy National Tooth Fairy Day. Enjoy, all things Tooth Fairy on today as we move on to our next national day.
National Floral Design Day. And on National Floral Design Day on February 28th, it recognizes the art and history of floral design. For thousands of years, floral design has been an important cultural art form. It is on today that we celebrate that exact art form. It may be in a bouquet, a painting, in textiles, a garden, or in a floral arrangement. Any way you spin it, it's one to celebrate floral design on today.
Absolutely. It's a fun one on today. What's your opinion on the good old floral design?
Couldn't have given a hoot about floral design probably for most of my life, but at this point now, I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
It is honestly such an art form, and making bouquets and even just the art of like how like keeping plants healthy and
Mm-hmm.
knowing how to care for specific plants and flora is just a very big thing that I have never taken the time to learn myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I think it's super, super cool. And especially as I get closer to wanting to have floral designs professionally done for events in my life
Mm-hmm.
or for whatever it may be, I definitely have a bigger appreciation for
Now
it.
I know you love the actual floral, like actual real life flowers in those
Hmm.
designs.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on painting textiles, or those kinds of
Yeah.
wallpaper. I don't know. We got a winner here though. $12.30 going out to Whoa Big as well as Bender. Good job to both of our winners in this awesome game. Each taking home $6 in this great matchup. As we now get enrolled into a game number 5. In this game 5, we will now have a minor prize at 60 balls or less, and already over $50 by the time while you guys are getting enrolled. So can't wait to see what the prize grows to as you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes.
Absolutely. We were talking about floral design though, and we touched on the physical form, and now we want to touch more on the art aspect of it
Yeah.
and the presentation of it in different mediums. I love florals in art. I have recently shown you one artist that I have really been saving a lot of his floral designs. Most of his designs are floral. It's William Morris,
Mm-hmm.
and he has just super, super incredible floral prints that he puts out. Love them. Get put into wallpapers. That he has like a hand cream line now where everything
Mm-hmm.
comes in those beautiful tin lotion
Yeah.
tubes that are printed with his print of florals.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. I think needlepoint florals are super pretty. My grandma used to embroider pillows with them.
Speaking of floral designs, just making me think of them, I just thought about the fact that we just looked at the book Great Gatsby that had a
Yeah.
fun floral design on it,
Yes.
but then it was an absolute waste of a floral design on the Great Gatsby, because what do they have on it?
They had peonies on the front, and I look at European, and I was like, wow, feels like a missed opportunity for daisies.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. But it was fun nonetheless.
Super
It
funny.
was a very pretty cover for sure. And I like the fact that they put the floral design on the book. I thought it was a
Yeah, it
fun
was one of
cover.
the Penguin House classic bindings.
Oh
They're
yeah.
known for those really pretty bindings, but yeah, super super funny that it wasn't daisies on the front.
Yeah, I thought it was quite funny. So we've been actually working on a fun little floral design puzzle
Mhm.
over the last few days
Yeah.
as we were out actually looking at those books. We
Mhm.
ended up picking out a puzzle
Yeah, it's like a
instead.
botanical garden.
Yeah, and I
Love
would
that.
love to have one of those in real life
Oh,
at some point.
absolutely.
If I could
It's
have
like
a greenhouse with
mhm.
all kinds of different plants and have a little flower garden in there as well, that's a dream kind of deal.
Absolutely. Just for Valentine's Day, you got me a bouquet of Lego flowers, and I
Yes.
absolutely love them. It's become a new obsession. I want to keep adding to the bouquet now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a super fun way to keep flowers permanently. Another fun way to keep flowers permanently is pressing them in books and flattening and
Oh
drying out
yes.
flower petals. Me and my grandmother used to do that all the time
Mm-hmm.
together. I very much appreciated that. I also have a moon tattooed on my back that is not an outline of an actual moon, but it's actually a full bouquet of wildflowers
Yeah.
that makes out a moon. Yeah,
Yeah.
flowers have been a big part of my life.
Yeah, I love a little floral design. So happy National Floral Design Day and enjoy some good floral designs on today. Next up, we got National Public Sleeping Day. If you're tired on February 28th, it might be because National Public Sleeping Day encourages a midday nap
Woo!
right where you are. It is a day for anyone and everyone to take a nap on a blanket at the beach, at the park, in the movie theater, on a bus, train, or subway, and any other public place. That may work for you. However, it may not be a good idea to take a nap at your desk during work.
I am a full advocate to the midday nap.
Yeah, you love a good midday nap. Now, what is some of your favorite? I know you love the blanket on the beach nap. That's a good one.
Hammock.
Hammock is your favorite kind of napping.
Yeah, either that. Yeah, really outside. I love taking a nap outside.
Mm-hmm.
I those zero gravity chairs, those are really great
Oh,
napping asset.
yeah. I'm not much of a napper, so I have no
Oh,
opinions on
I
this.
love sleep. I love it. I love taking
I
naps.
find if I take a nap, then I sleep horribly that night, and so
Mm,
I'm a stay awake even if I get tired because then I know I'll sleep good
I could take 2
during the
naps a
night
day.
and then still pass out that
Yeah.
night. Definitely awesome stuff there. I do think there are great places, especially I feel like on the beach I can find myself
Cool.
sometimes getting a good nap in.
Nap beaches are so
I don't like
good.
napping out in the sun. I like getting into the shade and then and then I can
Falling
find
asleep while tanning is so good, though. I
I
love that.
I not a fan of it. Not a fan of it
It's not for
whatsoever.
everybody. Tanning
No.
is just not for
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm also just not a fan of tanning
Yeah.
really in general. We do have a winner here, missing out on our minor jackpot by one ball. It's Steve over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home $21. Great job to you, Steve, as we now get enrolled into our game number 6, the halfway point of these lunchtime bingo
A
games.
hump game on a hump day, if you will.
Absolutely. But I think that a nap on a beach after I've like swam, I've spent a lot of time in the sun, probably played a little bit of spike ball, a little bit of
Mhm.
beach volleyball. I've exhausted myself. And then you come out and you get under the umbrella, you get a little bit of cool down
Yeah.
and you
You've
just
had your ice cold water and your ham and cheese
and
sandwich.
you just pass out. It's some of the
Yeah.
best naps you'll ever take. And because I've spent such the day active when I'm at the beach, then I still sleep great
The
that
sun
following
itself
night.
just tuckers you out so
Oh my
much.
goodness. Ooh, I had one good nap when we were on vacation this last year where we were actually floating out on little floaties and we
Yeah,
tied
and
it
we
to
had
a
an
weight.
anchor, yeah.
Yeah, so then we didn't float away obviously, and that was very
Incredible.
relaxing. I ended up having really burnt thighs because of it, but that comes with the territory.
That's okay. Wear your sunblock.
Well, happy National Public Sleeping Day, as well as National Floral Design Day, National Tooth Fairy Day, and National Chocolate Souffle Day.
Absolutely awesome stuff. Celebrate them wherever you guys are having a great day today out there. And make sure you guys are getting enrolled in the next minute and a half to this beautiful midway game of this amazing lunchtime show. If you guys didn't know, we have a little bit of Twins news as they have acquired Dodgers outfielder Manny Margot as part of a three-player trade. As well as Margot, the Twins are acquiring third base prospect Rain Donkin and cash from Los Angeles in exchange for shortstop prospect Noah Miller, according to NBA's.com Juan Trebillo.
Very cool stuff. Definitely a fun one there. I think those additions definitely aid in our Twins progression. I do think that we haven't been able to make any kind of big splash trades, but we've made these few acquisitions that just give us some nice veteran depth. The guys that have played a lot of seasons in the MLB that can be that real heart of the roster. We have the stars that can go out there and hit big time, make big time plays at bat and make big time plays out on the field. But we need those, those middle of the roster guys to be able to, keep the ball alive for us. And I think
Hmm.
Manny Margot is a great addition in that aspect. And you guys can send some luck to our Twins by playing that amazing ETAB game, Twins Win. It's a super fun one and has an even better bonus round, the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the lucky batter, you'll be taking home a grand slam prize. Obviously, you can see by my batting form that I did not play baseball.
Awesome stuff. It's a super fun ETAB game and a great way to show your support for our Twins. Definitely go and check it out wherever you guys play pilot games today.
I do think the home run derby is like one of the coolest all star events.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What is your most iconic big sport all star event that you
I don't
that you
know.
hear about? You don't have anything
No,
like that,
none.
like the dunk contest that you were like, ooh, that's cool. Is there is there
No,
anything like that for dance?
no.
Dancing with the Stars. That's I don't know. I'm just throwing out things. Well, definitely check out the Fun ETAP game if you want some of that awesome sports action in Twins Win. And speaking of sports action, we always have these game day bingo games themed after different sports teams. Right now, it is the Minnesota Wild that we are celebrating as we play this game day bingo. And while you guys are playing this game day bingo, you're actually earning points towards the game day bingo standings.
Absolutely. And kicking it off is that crazy tie in 10th place. It's between Stingray at the Lodge on Lake Mazaska, Sydney at Maynard's of Excelsior, and Scott over at the Old Log Cabin. They all three sit in 10th place, all with 37,000 points. 38,000 for 8th place, Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge, while a tie in 7th is between Snowflake at Eagles Rochester and Dano over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, both with 42,000 points. 45,000 for 6th place, Brother Nate, playing at Casper's Cherokee Sirloin. While in 5th, we have Brizo at the Underground Bar and Grill, who has 47,000 points. 49,000 points for 4th place, Rock Rider at the Incline Station Bowling Center. While Ben W. over at the L&M Bar has 70,000 points in 3rd place. Second place is Cheese over at the Beartown Lounge as they have 72,000 points. And in first place, we've got none other than Call Me Jen over at JR Mac, who has 163,000 points on the season.
Well, great job to call me Jen. Just a amazing player when it comes to game day bingo and all of our
Hmm.
live bingo out there always getting wins.
We do have Mike as well as Steve and Mike 89 as they all three get to split up that $33.70 Musco prize. We have yet again missed out on that minor jackpot. It's going to be at 64
Yeah.
balls or less. I didn't even know if it clicks up past 62. I can't tell you the last time I went past 62
I
balls.
think I've gotten it once to 66 balls or
What?
less. I think one time when I was playing it got to
What?
66 balls or less.
That's
I think
crazy.
that might be the highest I've ever seen it go. But yeah, 64 balls or less for this game, $148
And growing.
yeah, growing as you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. As you guys are getting enrolled, I would like to cover the location side of the standings that you guys are competing for right now, the game day bingo standings. The top locations sit like this: ninth place, a two-way tie between Moe's and the Beartown Lounge, both with 74,000 points. With 75,000 points, just a 1,000 point lead on the Beartown Lounge and Moe's. It's Casper's Cherokee Sirloin, home to our big time player, Brother Nate. Sixth place is another two-way tie, this time between the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley and Maynard's of Excelsior, both with 77,000 points. In fifth place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 85,000 points, as we have 101,000 points for our fourth place location, the Medford Liquor Store. Third place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 118,000 points, as our second place location is the L&M Bar with 147,000 points. And with 241,000 points in first place. Leading the charge with Call Me Jen, it's J.R. Mack. Definitely a great duo there as they've been able to dominate our standings the last few seasons.
Absolutely nicely done to Call Me Jen and J.R. Mack. We'll have to see if they're going to be the ones to steal away this season yet again, or if anyone else is going to rival them. If you guys want to go and check out some of our other games we have to offer here at Pilot Games, our eTab games are always available for you guys to go and check out. If you guys want to go and prepare for some winter weather, go and check out Raging Snowman as you guys can immerse yourself in the midst of a snowstorm and engage in an exciting snowball toss. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's the eTab game that was just recently released before Nile Treasure 2, the awesome eTab game that we shouted out just earlier in this show.
Oh yeah, but don't worry, we have over 70 different Charitable tab games play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You will not want to miss out. So check them out. Raging Snowman, Nile Treasure 2. Lots of great options for you guys. Some of our classic Buku Bucks, Fishing Derby. Lots of fun eTab games for you to choose from.
Absolutely, guys. Go and check out all the different eTab games and let us know which one is your favorite. We are officially in this game number 7 here. We'll have to see if any of you lucky players are going to be stealing away that minor jackpot as it is sitting at 64 balls or less. I'm hoping that this is the game we're giving it out. If not, we do have that $48 Musco prize on the line as well.
Yeah, it would be crazy to see if see it not go out in this
I would
game.
feel like we'd have to apologize to you if it doesn't.
Yeah, or get more players get
Yeah,
involved in these games so we
buy
can
more
finally give it out.
cards.
Okay, that's a little aggressive. Uh,
It's your fault.
it's not your guys' fault. It's just the way the game flows. But back
That's
to
why we call it gambling.
we do have a little bit of music history we'd like to get into as we wait to see who wins this prize. As we got in 1998, Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" from the movie Titanic goes to #1 in the U.S. The film has been #1 at the box office since December 21st, 1997, and the soundtrack has been #1 since January 24th, 1998. It was very impressive movie soundtrack, and My Heart Will Go On became an instant classic for its involvement within that movie.
Absolutely. I think it's super funny to think it's listed back in 1977 when it was first released and how it stayed at #1 for the consecutive 3 months into the following year.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it sound like it was such a widespread hit at #1, but
Oh yeah.
super fun stuff. Yeah, no, the movie Titanic, it's still talked about as as one of probably their most iconic movie together.
Yeah, I would say that's it's definitely James Gunn's #1 movie
Mhm.
in my opinion. I mean, you got Avatar 2 from him
Yeah.
that was pretty good, but I think this is probably his best work.
Mhm. I'd
I
have
think
to
it was that
agree.
James Gunn. I might be completely off on that one.
I couldn't tell ya. We'll have to see who was the director. But yeah, I was a big fan.
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
James Gunn does the Marvel movies.
I was
James
gonna say, wait, James. Yeah,
James Cameron, he does Avatar and Titanic. I at least
yeah,
was right on the fact
yeah,
that they
and
did.
the Terminator
Yeah,
movies.
great action from him. We do have Patriot over at the Shortstop Tavern taking home that minor jackpot at 63 balls, $178.78, being
Ooh,
awarded to you,
ooh.
Patriot, in this amazing game #7. We will now
Mhm.
be getting enrolled into this game #8 as we have that Musco prize continuing to grow and roll into this action to have a double Musco opportunity. Very excited to see who ends up taking this one home as we just have 2 minutes to get enrolled. But we are talking about Titanic, got us talking about James Cameron and his amazing movies that he's worked on. I'm very excited for the 2025 release of Avatar 3. I think just the cinematic quality of the Avatar movies are just top notch.
I couldn't agree more. I also have really loved that there's a trend going on where people are kind of depicting what they think avatars would look like in other tribes around that haven't been shown in the franchise yet
Yes.
and doing the makeup. And it's been super fun to watch how creative and talented different makeup artists have gotten with this trend.
Absolutely. I hope they get more creative with the styles. As I did like how they had a little bit of change for the
Hmm.
water avatars, but I thought they could have done more with it and made them
Yeah.
even drastically different than
Hmm.
that. And so I'd like to see some bigger changes, but I think it'll all be
Absolutely.
really really cool stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it'll be super exciting whatever direction it goes into, even if it's just for like the cinematic scenes that they paint during the movie, it'll be worth the watch. But we were talking about Titanic, one of his earlier works and probably one of his best well-known ones. I got to say, I think this might be no, I'd say it's my second favorite Leonardo DiCaprio film.
What's your first?
Shutter Island.
Oh, that is a good one as well.
I think that's just like his like my favorite work he's done.
I think I also love his rendition of The Great Gatsby
I
with Tobey
love The
Maguire.
Great Gatsby. I
Uh,
think that is an incredible film,
and
start to
I just like
finish.
the story in general.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed reading the book as
Mhm.
well. So I feel like it holds like a high placement in it. But I think for like the act. Oh, and then now you see it. Now you see me.
Mhm.
Is that what?
No.
No, what is it called? What's the one where he's the con artist that and he fakes a bunch of checks?
Oh, no, Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You
And he's
Can.
super young.
Yes, that's probably my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio
Mhm.
movie. Not because of the
No,
acting
it's
or
super
anything.
entertaining,
It's just a
though.
very fun movie to watch. But if I'm talking about his acting job, I think Titanic might be my favorite
Yeah.
of his like just acting quality.
Mhm.
Well, definitely a cool one. 1998, Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" goes to #1 in the U.S.
Absolutely. Then in 2009, Flo Rida's Right Round hits number on the 100 list. For the first of 6 consecutive weeks, an unknown singer named Kesha provides the hook. No, Kesha's separate? Is this a different person?
Just keep on.
All right. Well, an unknown singer named Kesha Shepherd ends up providing the hook. She soon becomes a star under the moniker Kesha, with the dollar sign in her name as the S. Included for ironic purposes, as she claims money isn't very important to her.
Yeah, and she kind of proved that throughout her career. As she did a lot of like works that probably didn't make her a ton of money, as she wanted to
Absolutely.
sing in her own language and everything like that. But she was,
She stayed very true to her brand.
I mean, she made a lot of money for it. I mean, Kesha was a super
I
fun
was a big fan.
performer. Definitely a really
That's so funny that she ended up helping write Right Round, though.
yeah, and provided the hook for it. Definitely a really, really cool one in 2009. And it's funny to think that in 2009, Kesha was like an unknown artist.
Yes, very much so. Because I think it was like in 2012 or something like that that she started coming out
Yeah, it
with
must have been
TikTok.
only a
Mhm.
few years later that she was,
Because
a
I was
household name.
because I was still yeah, no, she had to have been. But very, very cool stuff. Yeah. And whenever I think of the song Right Round from Flow Rider, unfortunately now I only think of Pitch Perfect
Yeah,
and the
Pitch
Troublemakers.
Perfect ruined. I mean,
A lot of
a,
songs.
a lot of classics. It's super funny though.
Yeah.
I love Perfect
Oh,
though.
absolutely. Super great.
Super fun stuff in music history. Maybe listen to some Right Round on today, or some Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On."
Or
Uh,
some Kesha.
yeah, maybe some Kesha as well. We are coming down to a last few balls to drop in this game, as at the
At the
hop
Hop.
over at the channel in Warsaw is taking home $78.70 on that Musco prize. Good job to at the hop as we now get enrolled into our game number 9. As we get enrolled into this game number 9, that minor prize will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled. You don't want to miss out on any of the great prizes we still have on the line. But if you guys do plan on coming out for great special nights like our Wild Wednesday tonight at 7 p.m. or our MegaSota game nights that happen at 6:40 each and every Tuesday. You want to make sure you're heading on over to pgl.world, signing up and becoming a member of the Pilot Gambling League. You'll be able to earn PGL points that happen on our specialty nights, but not just that, get access to insider information with the monthly newsletter that gets sent out to the email you guys go and sign up
Oh
with.
yeah. You also get highlighted in our new members spotlights. Just another reason for you to get signed up. Those new members are Tams Malt 4, Jabber 469, Killian, Rosie 89, Tag, Danny Kitty, Bold Moves, McGee, Marlin, Elpen 17, Drewski, Frofro, as well as City Angel 80. Congratulations to all those players getting signed up. Hopefully now working into these PGL top 10s, which our player side of the PGL's top 10s start off with 10th place Drumskeet at the Underground Bar and Grill. They have 518,140 PGL points. In ninth place, it's Ms. Wolf at the Super Bowl with 530,775 points. With 547,960 points in eighth place, we have Nelly over at Brian's Bar and Grill. As our seventh place is Player over at American Legion with 571,710 points. With 617,055 points in sixth place, we got Jobu over at the Municipal Liquor Store Millerville. In fifth place, we have the second the second player in the amazing duo of Ms. Wolf and Mr. Wolf, as Mr. Wolf sits in fifth place with 618,445 points. Both those amazing players playing at that Super Bowl. In fourth place, we got Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill with 681,310 points, as Dilly Bar sits in third over at JJ's Bold Lounge with 682,080 points. Second place is Jay Love over at the Tasty Pizza Bar and Bowl with 872,400 points, as our one singular player that is in that 1 million point club is Joe M over the Sandbar 2 in first place with 1,019,795 points.
Awesome, awesome stuff for Joe M and the entirety of those players in the standings. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day to try your hand at trying to get into them on those Tuesday and Wednesday nights. At the locations that you guys play at, you help them out and get points towards those location standings. So hopping right on into 10th place, we have Shortstop Tavern of Coon Rapids as they sit with 615,390 points. Now in ninth, it's the Municipal Liquor Store Millerville in Brandon as they have 617,055 points. Then with 681,310 points in eighth place, it's none other than Malone's Bar and Grill of Maple Grove. Ahead of them in seventh, VFW East St. Cloud currently sits with 705,050 points. Now in sixth place, we have the Riverside Store and Tavern of Litchfield. They have 793,309 points. Fifth place is the Tasty Pizza Bar and Bowl of St. Francis, who has 907,565 points. Now with 927,280 points. In fourth place, we ended up having JJ's Bowl and Lounge of North Branch. Now ahead of them is the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato, as they sit in third place with 1,015,260 points. With 1,019,795 points in second place, it's the Sandbar 2 of Detroit Lakes. First place, though, leading the pack is the Super Bowl in Ramsey. They've accumulated 1,149,230 points so far on the season.
Definitely has been fun to watch the Super Bowl in Ramsey and the dynamic duo of Ms. Wolf and Mr. Wolf helping out that location.
Mm-hmm.
As we now have 50 balls dropped in this game, we only got four more balls to try and give out this minor jackpot at $56. As players are three balls away. Auntie Rob, Slop runs as are working through it as we wait to see who ends up taking this great prize home, as it should be
Absolutely.
going out in these next few balls to drop, so I don't want to move on too quickly. We'll be talking about a little bit of wild news in just a second after we announce this winner, as we got that winner there here.
That's right. Auntie Rob over at Boudreaux's Bar 2 is getting to take home that Musco prize, $14.30. Nicely done in this great game. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in what will be our 10th round of Game Day Bingo. You definitely want to get enrolled and do not miss out, as we have that minor jackpot back to 56 balls or less.
That should be a lot of fun as we continue to compete through this game. As we are competing in getting enrolled into this upcoming game, we got that wild news to talk about, as they are 28, 25, and 4-6, and the Carolina Hurricanes rallied to beat the Minnesota Wild 3-2 on Tuesday night. Connor Dewar and Jonas Brodin scored for Minnesota, which lost in regulation for just the second time in 10 games since the All-Star break. Ryan Hartman assisted on both goals, and Gustafsson stopped 25 shots. The loss was 2 points badly needed by the Wild, who are 7-2-1 since the All-Star break. Minnesota is tied with St. Louis, 6 points back of Nashville for the final Western Conference playoff spot.
Mm.
Minnesota's next two games are against the Predators and the Blues.
That's right. That game against the Predators is going to be happening tomorrow night at 7 p.m. It is an away game, so we'll have to see how we fare. But we have had some pretty good luck on our side with a few of our games, so hopefully we can keep the momentum up and get back on the winning side of our streak.
Yeah, even in that game that we just finished, we led 2-1 at
Mm-hmm.
one point in that matchup. I think we took the lead at the beginning 1-0, and then they tied it 1-1. We went up 2-1, and but then just let them score two unanswered goals and weren't able to recover. We're hoping that we can hold on to our leads in this upcoming matchup, as you guys can send some luck to our Wild as they take on the Predators tomorrow by playing the awesome ETAP game. Let's go Wild. You can even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself a jackpot prize. It's definitely a great time.
Absolutely. And if you guys are out there scoring jackpot prizes, we would love to see it. Make sure you guys are holding up that player message, taking home those giant jackpots with your smiling face next to that iPad. You guys can send player pictures directly to us. It doesn't have to be a jackpot, it can be your favorite ETAB game or you just having fun while playing. And any way you spin it, if you want to send those player pictures directly to us, send them to our Facebook page. You can share them directly on any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them directly to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Yeah, we cannot wait to see all the fun moments you guys capture. You can see some of those fun moments right next to Jordy under that hashtag Pilot Games, as we love being able to show you guys off. As we just have a few seconds before we are in this game, we do have a little bit of Vikings news we can talk about, as the combine just got started yesterday, and
Okay.
so we got a little bit of Vikings news coming out of that, as the Vikings' goal this offseason is to keep the band together in 2024. During the Tuesday's media session at the NFL Scouting Combine, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell and general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah spoke confidently about the club's ability to re-sign Kirk Cousins, who is headed to free agency next month. I believe Kirk wants to be a Viking, and we're going to work to try and uh, make the outcome, O'Connell said. Cousins is set to hit free agency after suffering a season ending Achilles injury in October. The QB recently posted a video of his rehab in which he was taking drops on the surgically repaired leg. It looked really good. I mean, it was awesome to see just, I
Mhm.
think, 3 months after surgery. And O'Connell isn't surprised about Cousins' progress in rehab. He was quoted saying, we've won a lot of games over these 2 years with Kirk at our quarterback, and I thought he was playing as well as anyone in the National Football League when he got injured after beating the Packers at Lambeau last year. Coming off a Monday night win over the team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl, the coach said on Tuesday. To have that happen was a big deal for me personally, much beyond my role just coaching the team, but it's been awesome to see him through his rehab and where he is now. We really getting right back on his feet and attacking this thing. My feelings on Kirk Cousins have not wavered. And if anything, they're stronger now, having gone through a lot of adversity together. Yeah, I love all the things he's saying. Obviously, it's not going to be a perfect world because, offering him that contract that probably there's a few teams that are willing to offer, we might not be able to match. But he is a guy that is, raising his family here in Minnesota. I think he likes the culture that we've brought here. And I think, maybe. I mean, hopefully he's willing to sacrifice a few things to be surrounded by amazing receiving talent in Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, as well as a team that really wants to support him.
Absolutely. We do have a winner here in this game number 10 as M&M over at the Sergeant Peppers is getting to take home that Musco prize. $16.60. Nicely done to M&M. Taking home that great prize. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in a game number 11. If you guys don't plan on getting enrolled in a game number 11, you guys can actually check out the great ETAB game that we've teamed up with the Vikings for. It's called Vikings Victory. You guys can check it out wherever you play Pilot games. And if you end up picking the lucky letter in our skull bonus round, you'll take home some huge prizes along the way.
Yeah, it's definitely a great time there. I'm very excited as I always love the Underwear Olympics, aka the NFL Combine,
I
as
was like, what are you talking about?
because they're all wearing spandex and
Yeah.
everything like that, and it means nothing towards football actually.
Hmm.
And so I like to diminish it by calling it the Underwear Olympics.
That's super funny.
But it's always fun to see how freaky athletic these NFL
Hmm.
players are. I think that's kind of more of the entertaining part of it.
Yeah.
You get to see some of these guys that maybe didn't get to show off their talents due to, I mean, that's probably more of what you get to see here at the NFL Combine is you see guys that you're like, wow, that guy is a lot better than I thought he was because their college system didn't use his athleticism in a certain way
Hmm.
or whatever it is. And so it's always exciting to see what kind of guys can boost their draft stock in this upcoming combine. And so lots of good NFL action. Combine is always one of my favorite times of the year because hope is at sky high during this time of the year. And so it's definitely some fun stuff. So enjoy a little football action. Like Jordy said, Vikings victory, a great ETAB game, as well as we play some Vikings themed uh, uh, game day bingo during most happy hours from 4 to 6.
Absolutely. You guys definitely want to go try your hand at any of the games we have themed after our Minnesota sports teams. That way, you guys can show your support while having fun with Pilot Games. Just about 40 seconds to get enrolled in our second to last show here with you guys for lunchtime. You do not want to miss out on any of the great cash we have on the line. Over $100 on that minor jackpot, as it is sitting at 58 balls or less.
Yeah, 58 balls or less, over
Nice.
$100. As you guys are getting rolled, we got some celebrity birthdays we'd like to highlight. And the first celebrities we'd like to highlight is the players out there playing on their birthday. Here is some luck going out to you
Ooh.
guys as you guys play through these amazing games. But starting off the celebrities that we're going to highlight, in 1890, we got Joe Malone. That's a very well flowing name, Joe Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Over at he's a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center, only player in NHL history to score 7 goals in a single game in 1920. He was a Stanley Cup winner in 1912 and in 1913 for the Quebec Bulldogs, and in 1924 winning it for the Montreal Canadiens.
Really, really awesome stuff. I want to see if he still holds that record.
Yeah, that is very very impressive. Because 7 goals in one game, I don't think there is anyone.
No. Um, on December 11th in 1985, the Edmonton Oilers defeated the Chicago Blackhawks 12 to 9, and the 21 goals scored that no.
That's just for a team.
Yeah.
Most goals scored by a player.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what I'm trying to
Well,
find.
happy birthday, Joe Malone. As we are looking up, if he still holds that record, I'm assuming that he still does. Is I just don't see somebody scoring 7 goals in the modern NHL.
Joe
But
Malone, yeah.
yeah, definitely amazing stuff. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, we got born in 1942, Brian Jones, the a British blues and rock guitarist, organist, and
Sitar.
sitar player for the Rolling Stones from 1962 to 1969.
The sitar is so cool, but just Brian Jones is a very talented musician in himself. And definitely some really awesome stuff.
Do you have a favorite of his songs?
Um, I don't want to. Probably She's a Rainbow
That's a good one.
or Beast of Burden. I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Uh,
also love Paint It Black, but that's like their most iconic one, so I
oh,
didn't want to say
absolutely.
that.
I like Satisfaction. I think that's
Yeah,
that's a good one as well. Another one of those just big hits.
so good.
Next up, we got another great celebrity birthday.
Absolutely. In 1948, we've got Bernadette Peters, the American Tony Award winning stage and screen actress and singer. She was in Sunday in the Park with George, The Jerk, and even Pennies from Heaven.
I'm not familiar with her works, but let's highlight her a little bit more. Before we do so, we do have a winner here.
That's right, as Sean, Mike, and Milton's all get to split up $22 on that Great Musco prize in this game number 11. You guys will be getting enrolled into our final game on this lunchtime show, game number 12. We have that minor jackpot over $100 and clicking up to 60 balls or less. We definitely want to continue highlighting these great celebrity
Mhm.
birthdays, though, as she was in quite a few works.
Yeah, she's in a lot of different things. She's in the OG Longest Yard, starring Burt Reynolds as Paul Crewe in 1974. She's in the 1982 Annie, playing Lily St. Regis. Her biggest work is The Jerk, starring alongside Steve Martin, Carl Reiner, as she plays Mary Kimball.
Jenkins? Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson. Very cool stuff. Well, happy birthday to Bernadette Peters.
Absolutely awesome stuff. Next up in 1955, we've got Gilbert Gottfried. He is the American stand up comedian and actor. He worked on SNL, in Aladdin as Lago the Parrot, and even was the Aflac Duck.
Yeah, he's an iconic
Wow, I didn't know
voice.
he was the Aflac Duck, but now I can't unhear it.
Yeah, it's Affleck. Uh, definitely
Yeah, he
him.
talks like this. I don't know.
He was also in Cyber Chase. That brings me back.
Oh, yeah.
From PBS Kids. So
Oh,
so
yeah, I remember
entertaining.
that.
What did he was he the like robot
Yes.
bird?
Digit.
Yeah, he was Digit. That's awesome. I mean, so obvious. I should have known. Very very cool stuff. He's just like got a very iconic voice, iconic
Yes.
look to him. Happy birthday, Gilbert Gottfried. Next up, born in 1977, we got Jason Aldean, the American country singer who did the Dirt Road Anthem and other huge country hits.
Absolutely. Big, big name in country music. Happy birthday, Jason Aldean. He has gone on to be a host, hasn't he? Or a judge on something?
I,
Maybe not.
I don't know. No, it doesn't.
No.
I don't see him in
Oh,
any.
he's Big Green Tractor.
Yeah, Jason Aldean, iconic
Yeah.
country. Next up, born in 1999, we got Luka Doncic, a Slovakian basketball guard. Was the EuroLeague MVP in 2018, NBA Rookie of the Year in 2019, and still plays for those Dallas Mavericks.
Very cool stuff. Very, very talented basketball player.
Yeah, one of those amazing foreign players that have been dominating the NBA recently. Just is really fun to watch, and it's always, you always want to see him and Nikola Jokic play together, as they're so fun to watch in the All Star games. But I don't think it'll ever happen. But Luka Doncic, super talented.
Absolutely awesome stuff. We are in this final game here with you guys. We'll have to see who is going to be taking home these prizes. We do have some films released on today. In 1986, we've got Pretty in Pink, the Molly Ringwald classic.
Yeah, this one stars Molly Ringwald as well as John Sire, Andrew McCarthy, James Spader, Annie Potts, as
Mm-hmm.
well as other big names as well. Definitely a iconic one for Molly Ringwald in particular, as it's one of her just bigger movies.
Absolutely awesome stuff. In 2014, we've got the movie Nonstop.
This one is one of those Liam Neeson's recycled movies that he plays the action hero in it, and he does a great job with those movies. I mean, there's a reason why there's so many of them, and it's because he kills it in that role. And so another fun one that I'm sure action fans would love to watch.
There's an actor in it, and his name is Scoot McNairney, and I'm just like, that is the most Irish name I've ever heard.
That's awesome. And last up in 2020, we have The Invisible Man. This one is a interesting concept because I
Super
think it's
strange.
a husband that goes invisible.
It's like an abusive ex,
Yeah, it's a
and
creepy one.
he's like, wherever you are, I'll get to
All
you.
there, and
And
just
I think he fakes his death or something like that, and so people think it's just like not it's not him, and she's like,
Yeah.
he's here.
I haven't seen it, but all the trailers made it look really
I have seen
entertaining.
it.
We do have a winner here and taking home our minor
Whoop,
jackpot in this
whoop.
final game. $153.08 going out to you, Mike, over at that Sherwood Lounge. Congratulations, as we will now be getting enrolled into a game of Lucky for Bingo. $132,181 will be on the line and only growing as you guys get enrolled into this upcoming game. So do not miss out. As you guys are getting enrolled, we do have one final thing we need to talk about, our player spotlight.
That's right. This past weekend, RBN got to take home the largest jackpot of $53,986 while playing over at JR Mac. While playing at JR Mac, they support the St. Paul Midway Lions Club, whose mission is to empower the Lions clubs, their volunteers, and partners to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities, and support those in need through humanitarian services and grants that impact lives globally, as well as encourage peace and international understanding.
Very awesome stuff there. And just a reminder that when you guys play pilot games, your community wins. Have a good one.